Now, I met a truly wonderful man, Dad, yesterday. I don't call people wonderful like everybody else does, unless I know for a fact they're wonderful. And in his case, yes, I met his 18-year-old daughter, who's just with her partner starting to... They bought a van, they're doing it up, an old one, and they're going to head off into Europe. Now, he'd actually seen me. God, I hardly ever go into a town 20 kilometres away, and he'd actually noticed me, and I hadn't been there for at least a couple of weeks. I was so impressed. But as we discussed, on behalf of his daughter, stealth, especially round here. But what does stealth mean? Now, I actually literally do deserve a Turner Prize on the art of stealth, in that if I'm planning to spend a few hours just catching up, lots of catching up to do, not only do I have a nap, but then have a coffee when I've had my nap, knowing that the front windscreen will fog up, because God, these counties, but this one is so, unless you literally exist, every gesture of yours is to their little playbook, which is so farmer's market, but pretend they're literally existing as if in a community space. But it's all based on having £500,000 in the bank. It's just, unless you exist in their playbook, you actually have to... It's hilarious. Unless you're not quite exactly of their playbook. Oh, God, they just like... So, I am the world expert at stealth. But it just so happens randomly. Oh, if you could sell them. Of course, I don't sell anything because I'm a proper communitarian, but there are so many good atches. Atch in town, gypsy stopping place, which is actually even more appropriate. Oh look, they're all coming in for yoga or something. I mean, it's all, and that's the playbook. You have to arrive at certain places at exactly the right time, and they all have vans, but they don't live in them. It's like so comme il faut to have a small sized but converted £15,000 van to perform that. Oh, I could go hoboing in Cornwall if I wanted to. Anyway, I've no interest in them other than as immediately I came to this area, I knew straight away. And I do have two insiders, women 67 and 75, who utterly confirm this 100%, that we are in the most pernicious region of the world, probably. And they'll all be saying in the high street, oh, what's he doing now, that American man? But privately inside themselves, they love it because they're all capitalist bourgeois. That's how they got to be here. And if you don't signal subtly that you're of that mode, you do not exist. Except, of course, they allowed just a few paupers. Oh, I haven't put my tooth in. Just a few paupers, so that they can be seen petting them. I mean, it's of no interest to me, other than you realise it is impossible to actually get anything done just outside their box, because I'm advising somebody. And he will default, he knows, he's not stupid, he's a very intelligent man. He will, without saying so, because the communication skills in these places, this is the graduate English middle classes who've worked in human resources, who've worked as senior management in the NHS, all of these kinds of people, their communication skills are so poor. Anyway, the chappie will end up defaulting to sucking up to the 99%, because everybody thinks that's where they're going to get the money from. I wrote to him this morning, it was so interesting. It's like I've just realised that there are more social entrepreneurs in this region than actually people, or at least people in need of social entrepreneurship. I mean, we've known about this forever. I mean, Kenya, Nairobi, filled up with, I think there's about 150 so-called good works, official charities or whatever, in the central slum 1 square kilometre. And I understand it now. I didn't before. Anyway, I have no interest in that, other than I am the world expert of stealth. I do need a Turner Prize. I am the most disadvantaged person, certainly in the Southwest. So I've got I've got a tooth missing. I mean, as for getting dental, whatever, forget it. But they all, except for the real slithering underclass who've managed to just about fake it that they're part of the middle class, the wicker basket class, they all are so prejudicial. They basically never talk to you again if you even express just one grown-up opinion or mention something like, I've read a John Pilger book. Never mind, as I shall tell anybody I meet now, I have seen the most astonishing movie of my life. I will not have her knocked. She did the right thing to bring us Hind. It was just... I was sat here last night for nearly 2 hours on the great X-Prime .stream, and it's just... right from the opening frame. Oh, fuck. But she did it so skillfully. The way she sort of let the thing drift away from the centre of the camera for a while and then came back. It was just fucking... I walked out of the Killing Fields, must have been... It was when it was released, actually. Like, Jesus Christ. I could never be. I felt so bad. It's like, there's a man. Dith Pran. I still remember his name. He died a couple of years ago. There is a man that none of us can live up to. She's done better. She's done better. She brought out... I hope it gets the Oscar. It's been... oh, yes, it's today. Will it be nominated for Best Foreign Film? There's a query over it. But it deserves 10 fucking Oscars. It is just... And the genius of it is it could only be almost cheesy. She managed to do something. Great actors as well. And the most important... Yeah, you see, the most important thing in that film... The voice of Hind. Hind, is it Ramood? The so passionate, crazed Omar man. He's fighting with his boss. And yet, they go out and have a fag. And his boss have to... He actually insults... He says to his boss, it's your fucking fault. Everybody's dying here. A Palestinian. In the West Bank. And yet... 10 minutes later, they make up over a fag. Nobody can do that in the Southwest. It's impossible. So actually, as I knew 10 years ago, who's got the best society? Sorry, not us. No way. I'd rather a 3% chance of dying every year than this complete and utter... You know, in the Europe thing, there's so much to write about Europe, but I need to condense it into 50 pages to hand on to somebody. Yeah. Your Dominic Cummings, Nigel Farage, and whoever the fuck was lobbying for trying to think about remaining close to the EU. Nobody told them, because nobody knows. I know. Europeans don't hold grudges. Oh, you can have the most wonderful, wonderful, explosive... performative argument with a Frenchman. I thought one did it to me many years ago. And then, half an hour later, only because I was looking after his kids better than he was, he had at all in any way. Then half an hour later, we were sort of, for the sake of the kids, I despise all football, but me and him were kicking a football around. I mean, that film is just so astonishing. In fact, it needed... Oh, anyway, shut up me. Right, to work. Stealth. The genius of stealth.